Hey everyone, welcome back to the Paradigm and Pioneer NotebookLM series. I am Purnima and today we are going to completely disrupt the way you prepare for your exams. Look, let's be honest. Are you still studying by passively reading textbook summaries, highlighting PDFs and scrolling through generic AI bullet points? Stop. Seriously stop right now. You're falling straight into the illusion of competence trap. It feels like you are learning, but under real exam pressure, your brain just goes blank. Today, we are changing the game. I'm showing you the exact 5-step active recall workflow that turns Google's NotebookLM from a basic summarizer into your own private oral examiner. We are talking active recall, custom prompts, mind maps, and interactive podcasts where you can literally talk back to the AI. Let's dive in. First, let's address the core problem. Reading summaries is simply an illusion of learning. If you aren't forcing your brain to retrieve information, you aren't actually studying. We are moving away from passive absorption and stepping into a dynamic connection nexus. We are creating an interactive sandbox where you don't just read the material, you wrestle with it, test yourself on it, and master it. So, how do we start? Step 0 is setting up your knowledge pillars. Inside NotebookLM, you want to create a separate notebook for each subject to keep your study focus razor sharp. Next, feed the beast. Drag and drop all your sources, your lecture slides, textbooks, PDFs, and even YouTube video links. Finally, we ask and co-author. Instead of just asking questions, we are going to write collaborative notes and create custom quizzes to make the whole process completely active. Now, let's get into the 5-step workflow. Step 1. Stop wasting hours reading text line by line. Instead, leverage NotebookLM's video overview feature. For example, check out this prompt. Based on my sources, create a step-by-step physical visualization of how electrostatic forces govern the interaction between charged particles in a vacuum. Map the electric field lines, vector fields, and energy transfers using clear SKY diagrams and visual analogies. It renders a clean vector attraction representation showing exactly how the forces interact in a vacuum. You get immediate conceptual clarity without scrolling through pages of dense text. Step 2. Concept anchoring with mind maps and outlines. So, we are going to convert raw paragraphs into visual systems. We ask NotebookLM to build 2 things. First, a spatial mind map to see how concepts branch out and connect. And second, a hierarchical outline to map the logical progression of ideas. It links electrostatics directly to Coulomb's law in electric fields, showing you the absolute dependencies. Step 3. Active testing. This is where we force hard mental retrieval. We generate targeted testing resources. First, we use this prompt. Based on the uploaded sources, generate highly specific active recall flashcards covering every critical detail, formula, constant, and underlying mechanism. Focus on testing deep comprehension. The front asks, how does the electrostatic force change if the distance between 2 charges is halved? You guess, flip it over, and boom. The back proves it using Coulomb's law, showing you get 4 times the force. Next, use the glossary prompt to compile all core equations and terminology with their physical significance. No more guessing, just pure active recall. Step 4. Steering your podcasts. We all love NotebookLM's audio overviews, but did you know you can steer them? In the studio panel, write custom instructions like focus heavily on explaining the difference between mitosis and meiosis. Ignore history. The AI host will customize their conversation exactly for you, but it gets even better. Introduce interactive mic model. Tap that join button during playback and speak your question. Wait, explain that last point again. Why does crossing over only happen in meiosis? The host will literally stop their conversation, answer you in real time using only your uploaded textbook sources and then smoothly slide back into their podcast flow. It's mind-blowing. Step 5. The Feynman technique loop to expose your hidden blind spots. This is the ultimate test of mastery. Type a simple explanation of a concept in your own words and prompt the AI. I will explain the concept of Coulomb's law in my own words, highlight any missing steps, misconceptions, or vague areas based strictly on my sources. If you explain that halving the distance double the force, the console immediately flags an audit failure. Misconception found. Force follows the inverse square law, not inverse linear. It gives you the defined solution, 4 times the force. There you have it, the complete 5-step workflow blueprint. Try this exact workflow for your next exam. Hit that subscribe button for more AI study hacks and tool guides.